Kyle.
How's it going?
Good. How would you evaluate this one overall?
I think there were times where my stuff was probably pretty close to where I wanted it to be. Times where, I just really struggled with my glove side fastball and, mainly that third inning. If I could have executed a few glove side fastballs, I probably would have changed that inning. But everything was just cutting on me instead of either staying on the plate or coming back to the plate in the sense of the two-seamer. But, this team, they did it to me the first time. They took a lot of really good pitches. Some of those sliders to some of those guys were really close, and they let off of them. I think that's probably a product of not having that, glove side fastball being in the strike zone. So that's what I'll work this time through. But, Brett came in and did a really good job and got out of my mess there. But, that fifth inning, had they not put Crawford in motion, obviously it's probably a double play and then able to get out of that, and maybe go another one. But, they did a really good job putting pressure on.
When you throw that many pitches in an inning, I would imagine it might be easy for things to kind of spiral after that. How important was it for you to shore things up after that inning?
Yeah, definitely. I think you gotta remind yourself that it was just one inning and it's over, and you got to find a way to kind of get back on your approach and get back on your plan. And after that inning, I told, actually the next 3 times I warmed up after that, or 2 times I warmed up, I worked on a whole glove side fastballs, just trying to really kind of get into that delivery and see if I could find that feeling over there when, I didn't have it most of the night after that. So, got a little bit better there toward the end and ran into some bad luck. But, you gotta stay focused and you can't let, one inning, dictate the whole outing. Unfortunately I couldn't get out of the fit there, but you got to be able to settle yourself down and understand that you still got work to do and you still got innings to get through.
Thank you, Kyle.
Yep.
Couple more for Kyle. TR.
Kyle, you had an interesting reaction when Seager got hit. Did you think that might have been something that shouldn't have been called? I couldn't tell.
Yeah, I mean, we've got a guy that's been hit twice and was told he didn't get out of the way enough. I don't know that Seager, is a guy that leans into pitches. Obviously, he knows that I like to throw changeups to lefties. He has to respect that. So when a pitch, starts in, he has to be able to get to the outside part of the plate. I definitely don't think it was as far in as it looked when he got hit. I'm not saying it was a strike, but, I've probably thrown a lot of fastballs that were way farther into lefties that didn't hit him. So it was probably more emotional in the time where, we've had D, get hit twice and been told to stay at home plate when we don't think he should have. So that's really, it's up to the umpire's discretion to figure out if he made an attempt to get out of the way or didn't make an attempt to get in the way. So just heat of the moment there.
It looked like your breaking ball kind of saved you there in the last, when you couldn't get the fastball on the inside corner. Was that the case?
Yeah, breaking the slider and changeup were pretty good tonight. Thankfully I had those 2 going and had a little bit of time where I, was spiking the changeup a little bit, but the slider there in the last, couple innings was the pitch that was able to get me through a few things.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
Yep. Thank you.
Anything else for Kyle? Evan.
Hey, Kyle, before the game today, Woody kind of made it clear that a lot of young guys are going to get looks over the last 3 weeks of the season. As a veteran, what's your role in kind of facilitating that or going along with wherever this club is heading?
I think my role probably doesn't really change. Every 5th day I've got to go out there and give the team a chance to win and try to get through as many innings as possible. I've got a lot of stuff that I'm trying to work on as well. So got to stay focused on that. But then also I think 4 out of the 5 days, it's important to be available for the young guys. And I really enjoy watching bullpens. So being down there in the bullpen and watching guys throw off the mound and, be available to talk to guys about different situations and be available to talk to guys about sequences and different stuff that happens at the big league level that, maybe they haven't, experienced yet. So I really enjoy that. I like talking baseball and I like talking pitching. So, I think other than that, it's just trying to be a veteran voice. That I've been on teams that have lost, and it's really tough to play as a veteran and a young guy. And you got to stay focused on what you're trying to do, and every day you have to stay focused on, one, we want to win the ball game, and two, there's a lot of situations every single inning and every single game that guys can learn from. And I think that's what, the young guys that make strides in seasons, like this, where things don't go quite how you want it to, the young guys that pay attention to those situations and don't repeat mistakes and are learning from other people's mistakes, because mistakes are going to happen. Those are the guys that tend to get better during this time, instead of, kind of stay the same and waste at bats and not be, taking strides forward.
Hey, completely out of left field, have you had any kind of conversations with Palumbo about recovery and treatment?
Haven't talked directly to Joe. Talked a little bit through the trainers on a few different things, and then talking with the dietitian as well on a few things, because she's been, trying to reach out to people as well. But, it's one of those things that you can I can act like, because I've gone through a flare-up, I have an answer that's going to fix his issue. But, I mean, as you know, it's, there's not one answer for everybody. So it's kind of him trying to figure out, what he needs to eat, how he can make shifts and adjustments, and what's going to work for him. So, but I hope Joe knows that I'm available to talk anytime, and I think he does.
Great. Thanks, man.